now people are beginning to I want to go with organic. So everybody is going for organic. Now they don't want to take soft drinks that is loaded with sugar. So we have zero Coke, we have zero or Coke Light, that sort of thing. So we're following the needs of the consumer. We have to defend, and that is why they call it a triple bottom line, that we must protect the profit bottom line, the people bottom line, or the social, and the environment, the three planet. So Shell calls it people, planet, and planet, people, and profit. So yun ako ang ina-emphasize ko lang that it is not the end in itself, but it is the tool to achieve higher goals or objectives. So, okay. So again, yun nga, yung big, yun, I mentioned that earlier. 99% of the business sector are SMEs. Hindi pa namin, it's in our agenda. We want to focus on SMEs. As a matter of fact, we have done a roadshow in the Visayas, and we were addressing the needs of the SMEs. Ang problema, we can't veer away from the term CSR. We tried changing the term because the corporate is a turn off. Hindi daw sila corporate. Ang feeling nila, ay, hindi ko kami corporate eh. Pero hindi namin right now, because CSR is parang internationally recognized and accepted. So we're using CSR. But if we had a choice, we would change it to simply responsible business. So it doesn't mean just because you're big, you're the only ones who can do CSR. So we're also developing models of CSR at the community level or with SMEs. So naka-agenda pa yan sa LCF. So we're going to work, but we're working with PCCI and working with other business organizations so that we can begin to focus on SMEs. So let me see. I'm trying to think of our 70-something members, how many actually access foreign grants. Maybe some of the biggest, I think. I think the Ayalas have been able to get some. I think the Lopezes also have some. But a Shell Foundation, okay. But I don't know how many of the other corporate foundations that we have access. But you're right if you feel that they compete. But I will tell you something, that to a large extent, they are sought out because it is easier to monitor the prog the multilateral grants have also experienced a lot of problems in dealing with civil society, in that there is difficulty in monitoring and evaluating the social impact. So some of them are reaching out to the private sector because they believe that the private sector has better mechanism for monitoring, evaluation, accountability, financial accountability, as well as measuring social impact. So they want to partner, and there is a trend, if I'm not mistaken, even with World Bank, to look for private sector partners because of that advantage. Now, what we are looking at, and I mentioned this to you, it came out in one of my slides, is collaboration. That corporate foundations should collaborate with NGOs who are established in the community. So it is possible that the big business becomes the conduit for the funds, but they are able to move it to community-based organizations for better monitoring. But I really don't know to what extent and what is the bulk in terms of funds that they have been able to access. As in comparison, let's say to our almost 80 members, how many of them have accessed foreign grants? Pero parang I can only name a few. But the others, yung mga, kasi not everybody is big in LCF. The many of us do have no access. We draw our funds from our principals. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah. Yeah. One of the most interesting models, but I don't even know if they are a corporate foundation, is the Consuelo Foundation. You know, all of their partners, they help them to become accredited with the PCNC, and they give them all the training that they learn from their mother company, and they cascade it to all of their partners. So for me, that's one of the most admirable foundations that I am aware in terms of capability building. Munti ko na makalimutan. That is the emphasis of this capability building. But as I mentioned, practically all of the activities lead towards capability building. Education, livelihood, skills development, they're all capability